to the Off Grid family. Today I'm going to be taking apart this hard drive. Now, I've had a couple of negative comments about, oh, you're always taking apart things, it's all been done before, you know, get original and so on. But I don't think people understand this is where I get my bits to do my projects from. I don't go out and buy them, or if I can help it. And today I need some rare earth magnets, and I have an old hard drive. So I've just given away one of the things you're about to find in here. But I thought, you know, if I'm taking it apart, I might as well do a video on it because some people haven't seen it. So first off, this one here has a special type of star-shaped screw. I'll zoom you in to show you. And I have the relevant screwdriver. So they don't all have this. Some of them actually have just normal screws. Now obviously don't do this if you want your hard drive to be working. Just one speck of dust inside your hard drive can absolutely destroy it. That's why they do these, you know, make these in clean rooms and so on. Now I will try to lift the cover off again. If it doesn't lift off, then there's probably screws under here. There, yeah. And I'll show you this as well. It will say, product warranty will be void if seal, label or cover is removed. Now the reason they say that is because just here is another screw that you need to break the label. It's just a way of them knowing if it's been tampered with, because then you can't really get a manufacturer to fix it for you if you're the one who's broken it. Unless you're clever about it, of course. Now it's been a few years since I took apart a hard drive. I haven't had any lying around, and I haven't had any need to. I've got probably 5 other hard drives up in the attic that you know, they're not high capacity, maybe 30 gig maximum, and I just always keep them because if I need to back up any small amounts of files or whatever, I've got them there, but I never tend to. I always say that's the reason I'm keeping them, but I'm just a hoarder, can't help it. Now I'm wondering if there's another one under here. It's genuinely been about 3 years since I took apart a hard drive. There's a few things in these that are quite interesting, and I think once you realise what's in here and what you can actually make from it, you'll be, you know, you will be quite surprised. Yeah, there's more somewhere around here, I'm sure of it. Or not. No, it doesn't feel like it. Let's just try and separate it. Ah, you cunning little monsters. There's a silver piece of tape all the way around the side. There we go. What a div. There we go. Right, I'll talk you through what we got here. This beautiful shiny device here is basically where all the information is stored. In the easiest sense of the word, this is like a record player. This bit moves up and down, and it's got more than one head. So it can write on this side, the underside, and then there's another disc underneath it which you can write on both sides, and basically it will just go across, find a sector that it wants to write in and just write, and this obviously spins. Now this here is what I'm after, but I will take the whole entire thing apart to show you every little bit of it. I'm going to unscrew this in just a sec, but that has a really good use for camping. Oh, these are so strong. Oh. Now, you'll see that wasn't held down by anything, and that is because it is a hugely powerful magnet. And I mean, like, really, really powerful. And that should come off there. I'll have a look in a minute. Yeah. That's one. If you take this whole thing off intact, this I've seen someone make into an actual generator. And what they did was they connected this bit to like a ribbon, and they had it in the way of their air conditioning unit. So the ribbon bounced up and down, and this bounced up and down, and this here is a little coil, and that actually produced enough electricity for him to run a few lights, like a few LED lights, which I thought was quite incredible. So instead of just wasting the air that went past the AC unit and like out the AC unit, it had a function before it finished, basically. This set I bought for about £6, and I kid you not, I have used this set more than probably any other tool in my house apart from my soldering iron. These bits are so fragile that, like, as in to keep the data on, that just me opening this, it probably still could read data off it. You know, there's a lot of forensic measures now which may allow them to still do it. But can you see how reflective that is? It's incredible, and I don't want to ruin that, so I'll put it on this little bit of foam. Now I've got some better foam somewhere. I was going to say, I move this foam around the house constantly, like around my room, trying to find a place for it, because I know it's got uses, but I just don't know what to use it for. And now I wanted to use it, and I thought, oh, well, I won't be able to find it now. Right. Some beautiful bits of engineering in these things. You know, some precision metalwork, and obviously you'd assume that because it's got to be able to save and delete and move and so on all the time. But it's just, it blows me away every time I open one of these. I just think they're just incredible. Right. Oh, look out! Look at that. It's just these magnets are seriously incredible. Now let's. If my finger had been between that, I would have proper hurt myself then. What a div. Right, let's try and get them apart, if I can. Genuinely, this could be a big mistake. Oh, there we go. I'll put them either side of the hard drive out of the way a minute. And we'll do a few tests with them in a minute and see actually how strong they actually are, shall we? Now, this probably comes up from underneath. Let's unplug that. Oh, or not. Oh. Now, I think there's still some magnets in there if I remember rightly. As I say, it's been a while. This is an extremely beautiful little motor. And I'll have to do a few little tests with that, I think. See what we can make. Because that is, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? Okay. Okay, so there's the inner shell. Now this is made of aluminium, so I'm going to keep it because I will actually, I'm making a foundry, and this will be melted down within the foundry. Another thing that you can use these for, I've never done it, but I've seen people use them for, is project cases, because there's a, you know, they're just over a centimetre, probably half an inch, no, less than half an inch, but of room inside it, and it's quite, it's quite flat packed. It can be screwed. They're designed to be screwed into things. So another thing you could do, which I saw a guy do a few years back, was he had this actually in his computer. It was all still together. It all looked like it was fine and everything. But he actually kept his money, his credit cards and things like that in it. I thought it was a really good idea until I thought to myself, hang on, if someone breaks into his house, they're going to nick his computer, whether they know there's anything in it or not. So unless you're trying to hide documents from, police and so on, I suppose I just thought it was a really good idea until I sort of thought about it. Okay, this PCB, there's nothing I can particularly do with it. It's not. I've done microelectronics and I've done with microprocessors, but all of this is, virtually a different language to me. I'm not that advanced in any of that kind of thing. I could research it, but I doubt I'd find any use for any of it. So, let's go through what we've got. As I said, we've got two extremely strong magnets. I can actually feel them pulling from here. We have a bunch of screws, which I'm not really interested in. We got some really nice machined metal, which I just like. I like machined metal. I think it's because I can't do it. So this is the only time I get to sort of like have some that I could use for a project. So I'll put that back over that. So we got this lovely motor, which has all this nice stuff on it, which we could, for example, put little fan blades in. Make a tiny little wind turbine maybe. It might be a nice little office toy, have your fan on you, and while that's blowing it could be turning your little wind turbine to make some power. I don't know. That is nada, just a bit of plastic. And this I also don't have any use for. And this is the actual heads for it. If there is any use for it, can you guys leave a message in the comment section, because I don't like to throw anything away until I've researched whether it's of any value or whether it can be used for something. So if you know of anything you can do with this that's any good, leave it in the comment section. That'd be awesome. Okay, now these. What could these be used for? One of my favourite ideas is a signal mirror. If you put this in your pack, in your bug out bag or your camping gear or whatever, all you need to do is find the sun through the hole, look through it to find the sun, and then once you found the sun you can signal back to someone. So, well, for example, I wonder if you can see that. And that's just a little 12-volt light. So they are extremely reflective. If you want, do your makeup, like I'm about to do in a minute. So yeah, that's it. That's the things inside a hard drive. The two most valuable things for me, or well, the three most valuable things for me: the magnets, the motor, and the actual signal mirrors, because I'll actually have one of those put in either of our packs. Me and my wife both have two camping pack, which doubles as like a bug out bag. Not that we think the world's going to end or anything, but what we do is when we go on holiday or anywhere like that, we take it, and we've broken down a couple of times, and it just means we've got warm weather gear, wet weather gear, cold weather gear, and various other bits and pieces. It's just more of a just in case something happens. It's come in useful more times than I can imagine, to be honest. So we'll have one of these in our packs just for the hell of it, and the fact that one day you might need it, and it's it's not taking up much room, is it? It's tiny. These magnets are going to be on a project I'm about to start today. This project is the biggest, most ambitious project I've ever undertaken. So watch this space. It's going to be absolutely awesome. This, as I say, I might make into a little mini desktop. I could either make a desktop fan or a desktop generator. Not entirely sure. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.